Have you ever read a classic novel and wondered, why is every woman either an angel, a witch, or dead by chapter 5? Or watched a movie and thought, sir, why does the hero get 45 minutes of character development while the heroine gets one hair flip and a song? Welcome back to Theory That Doesn't Make You Cry, the series where we fight complex ideas using literary theory instead of cricket bats. And today's video, Feminist Theory, the one that walks into literature, points at everything and says, explain yourself, patriarchy. So, what is feminist theory? Feminist theory asks one simple but powerful question. How does gender shape power, representation, and meaning in a text? It studies how literature represents women, silences women, idealizes women, punishes women, or completely forgets women exist. Feminist theory is not just about women complaining, stop that thought immediately. It is about analyzing power, voice, agency, identity, social conditioning, and patriarchal ideology. It asks, whose story gets told? Whose story gets erased? Who is allowed to speak? Who must remain silent? It's basically justice for all the literary women who deserved better. Now, waves of feminism. To understand feminist theory, we must understand its waves. First wave, 19th to early 20th century. Focus, legal rights. Right to vote, right to own property, right to not be legally considered kitchen furniture. Think Mary Wollstonecraft. A vindication of the rights of women. Second wave, 1960s to 1980s. Focus, the personal is political. Gender roles, domestic labor, patriarchy in everyday life, workplace inequality. Major voices, Simone de Beauvoir. One is not born but becomes a woman. Betty Friedan and Kate Millett. And third wave, 1990s to 2000s. Focus, diversity plus identity. Women of color, LGBTQ plus inclusion, body positivity, challenging universal woman. Here the feminist movement says, not all women have the same experience. Fourth wave, 2010s to present. Focus, digital activism and intersectionality. Me Too, online harassment, caste, race, class linked with gender, queer and trans inclusion. Modern feminism, internet plus activism plus academic theory equals to fire. And now let's see key concepts in feminist theory. Here is your feminist toolkit. Patriarchy, a system where power means men. The exceptions means women, and unpaid labor also means women, and emotional labor still women. You get the point. Male gaze, coined by Laura Mulvey, which equals to when films or literature present women as objects for male pleasure, camera looks at her the way a male character would. We become part of the problem by watching. Representation. How are women shown? Stereotypes, one-dimensional, over-sexualized, silenced, as side characters, as plot devices. Voice and agency. Can the woman speak, make decisions, change the story? If not, patriarchy detected. Intersectionality, a concept by Kimberly Crenshaw. Gender plus caste plus class plus race plus sexuality plus religion, all combine to shape oppression. No two women's experiences are identical. Hysteria and madness. Why are angry men called passionate but angry women called mad? Feminist theory examines how mental health is gendered in literature. And now let's see a funny real life example. Imagine a typical family gathering. Your brother sits on sofa, your father debates politics, your uncle falls asleep, and your mother cooking, serving, smiling, solving family fights and still getting blamed because chai mein namak zyada hai. Feminist theory enters this scene and says, this is not culture, this is unpaid labor wrapped in emotion. And now let's decode literature. Jane Eyre. Jane fights for education, dignity, independence. A feminist icon before feminism was cool. The Yellow Wallpaper by Charlotte Perkins Gilman. A woman is locked in a room and forced to rest. She slowly goes insane. Why? Because patriarchy knew what was good for her. The Awakening by Kate Chopin. A woman seeks freedom, sexuality, expression. Patriarchy? No, you don't. And tragedy follows. And now Bollywood heroines. Their job? Love the hero, dance for the hero, sacrifice for the hero, and occasionally die for the hero. Feminist theory? I have more questions. And for NET, remember important theorists: Mary Wollstonecraft, Simone de Beauvoir, Elaine Sholter for gynocriticism, Judith Butler for gender performativity, Bell Hooks for intersectional feminism, and Laura Mulvey for male gaze. And key terms: gynocriticism, women's writing is at center. Androgyny, mix of masculine plus feminine traits. Gender performativity, gender is equal to performance. Patriarchy, institutionalized male dominance. Female voice and silence patterns. NET question type: match theorist and concept, identify stages of feminism, decode male gaze, feminist readings of canonical texts, and gynocriticism versus feminist criticism. And now one powerful metaphor. Feminist theory is like cleaning your glasses. Suddenly you see all the gender biases that were always there. You just couldn't see them clearly. Now everything becomes obvious. And now conclusion. So that was feminist theory, the theory that doesn't make you cry, but definitely makes patriarchy cry in a corner. It teaches us to question stereotypes, demand representation, see silences, recognize power, respect women's voices. And next episode, Marxism. And the theory says, follow the money and you will find the meaning. And until then, goodbye and thank you.